everybody. We're back and look at Nikki's here.
Okay,
today.
stop.
Okay, we're back for the the 10 and 10 because it's Wednesday. So you might be wondering why we're sitting. So we have obviously a lot of clients who have to sit a lot at work. We are lucky we don't have to sit a lot at work, but most people actually there's an average of Americans sit 8 to 10 hours a day, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So we weren't exactly designed for that. So we wanted to give this 10 and 10, kind of devote this to what you do when you have to sit a lot.
The sitters.
The sitters. So we are going to be up a little bit, but yeah, so this one is devoted to the office.
Right, like
right?
the show?
I should have my mug.
Yeah.
Darn it, I have a Dwight mug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know, Robin's a little nervous because we're
not
usually
sitting.
We're usually, if you could have seen her 3 minutes ago staring at me, like, do we have, low battery.
It's all right, keep going.
But we can't see.
Okay.
Oh, now we're good. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this one for the sitters.
Do it for the sitters. Okay. All right, so
You wanna start the timer?
Start the timer. Maybe. Yeah, excellent. All right, so one thing that I have a lot of my clients do it's so simple that it's scary, okay? But we don't always think of doing this. So our warm-up today is just going to be reaching forward.
Oh, get right down there. Don't be afraid to hang there. Let gravity take over for a minute.
Come right up, and we'll go right up overhead. Big star.
Reach down, hang out.
Come back up. Oh, feels good. So, in the comments, maybe let us know, do you sit a lot at work? And then after you do this, let us know how this feels. Oh, we got about 15 more seconds of this. It just feels good. And by the way, this flexion here really opens up the space in your back. So we work with a lot of people who come in, you keep going, who have stenosis, which is a narrowing of the canal where your nerves run through, and this deep flexion opens up those spaces. All right, you're up.
Okay. So another thing is just to work on turning. So the spine kind of stiffens up during the day because we're just kind of stuck. So one of the things to work on is trying to move your hips. So I want you to reach around. So if I said take your left arm and reach across, naturally that puts a lot of strain there. But if you work on turning from your hips, and then
we're turning.
We're turning.
Our hips. Oh, I like that. So you're letting this knee drop down.
Yes.
That feels good.
Well, that's good. That's how it should be. But the natural, you keep going. So the natural tendency is when you reach, is your arm goes, and that's how people can get shoulder problems and everything else. But if you get in the habit of start turning your hips,
massaging my butt too. It feels
no
good.
comment whatsoever.
It feels good.
We'll just, boy, if I could only be a chair at this point. Okay, next exercise.
Good. All right. So I did grab a couple of weights. So if you have a hand weight handy, go ahead and use it. If you don't, that is totally fine. But sitting at the edge of your chair, even if you just grab like paper, something on your desk, go down to the opposite foot, come right up. Right down to the opposite foot and come up. So if this up move bothers your shoulder, you can pull it back more like you're starting a chainsaw. Okay, so that usually is a little more gentle on the shoulder. My shoulder feels fine, so I'm going to keep doing it this way.
Have you started many chainsaws in your day?
I start lawnmowers.
Oh.
So we're going to do a full minute on this side because this really works the upper back and those shoulder blade, the muscles around these shoulder blades that get knotted up from sitting. This gets a lot of blood flowing through there, gets them lengthened out. So we're doing a whole minute on each side on this one. Okay, so go ahead and just switch hands, go down and across, up and out. So did you know, Nicole?
Yes,
Will
Robin.
you know how many muscles attach to each shoulder blade?
I know, and I know that some of my patients are shouting the answer right now.
17, right? So you keep going. So on each shoulder blade, right, there are maybe this big, have 17 muscles attached to them. When we sit and slump, they pull away from your spine, and some of those muscles get longer and weaker, some of them get tighter and shorter. So this kind of move right here engages those muscles. We got to reset those shoulder blades, right?
Right.
Right.
I'm resetting as we speak.
And there's only 10 more seconds left. Ah, it's beautiful.
That's not the word I would have chosen, but I like your positivity.
I'm so positive.
Yes, I know, dear. Okay.
All right, you're up.
Woo!
All
All right.
Pants.
Okay.
Okay.
So, one of the things that when we sit for so long, nobody sits for 8 hours just like this, straight
Nope.
up, right? We end up doing this. So, we want to reach up and backward, okay? And so you're also, so keep going like that. As she's reaching, we're getting to a certain level here, but now what I want you to do is on this, follow your hand with your eyes.
Oh, good tweak. Okay, and this, another cue here is
No, I'm sorry, this is my exercise.
lift the chest,
Oh.
right? Because if your chest is down and you bring, this is as far as I can bring my arm up. If my posture is down, as soon as I lift it up, I gain a lot more range of motion in my shoulder.
And you get to stick out.
The girls. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go a little sit to stand. All right. But what I'm going to have us do here is I'm going to take one hand, kind of reach across and go up that way, bring it back down. Reach my other hand up and across that way.
You look like a ninja.
Okay, so this feels actually a lot like the first one that you did, Nicole, where you reached across and you let your hips move. So we're letting our hips move on this one too. Push it across, push it across. You could grab a weight if you feel like having a weight in your hand. That'd be fine, but you don't need it. It's all cool. It's all good. We got about 15 more seconds of this, so keep going. Up and down, up and down. We got this. All right.
We could have done one more.
We could have.
Okay, so along those lines, in all seriousness, so one of the things that I'm going to sit sideways again. Sometimes people with knee pain, you know, if you're sitting back in a chair on the couch, people have a hard time getting up from the couch. And it's because if you go to stand like this, that puts a ton of pressure on the knee. But if you, a pregnant lady stand. Oh, well,
We see a lot of people do that who aren't pregnant. I'm sorry. Keep going.
That's I didn't know what you were insinuating. Okay, so as I was saying before all this talk about pregnancy, is leaning forward. You can see my shoulders. I haven't even stood yet, but my shoulders kind of rolling to the front. So what we're going to do with this in our, well,
We'll just do a minute of this.
We'll roll into the next exercise.
Yeah.
So this, you got to rest a little bit on this one, because what we're going to do is we are going to alternate. You're going to be so surprised that you will be able to stand up using just one leg.
Ooh,
so
good.
we're going to do that. Okay, so you're going to lift up the left leg, roll forward, just to the right, and come on
Nice.
down. Now
Are we
alternate.
doing the same leg? We're
Alternating.
alternating.
Now lean forward. Then you can go to balance. Okay? But you have to lean forward, because if you
Gotta
try and
lean
stand
forward.
up like this, that puts too much pressure here.
And I'm
Okay.
leaning forward on the sit too. Like, so
Bring
when
up
you
your
go to
knees
sit
so you
down.
can get even more of a balance. Okay, so lean forward. There you go. Back. Lean forward. That's it. See how high you can drive your knee. You have this look of amazement on your face.
I don't know why.
It must be
Well,
because I'm around.
It feels good. I didn't balance very good on that one.
That's okay.
My balance has been off today.
Yep, I would agree. I couldn't help it. Whoa! Karma. Karma, karma.
That's what they
Chameleon.
call
Okay.
karma. Okay. Very good.
Thanks.
All right, so another thing we were talking about is a lot of people we work with have stand-up desks.
That's
So if you're lucky to have a stand-up desk, that's great, but a lot of times you don't know what to do with a stand-up desk, and just standing still doesn't always feel that great either. So we're just going to get this out of the way. So if you've got a standing desk, great. My head's cut off. You can see Nikki.
Oh,
But
short joke. I get it. Okay.
This works if you have a chair too. So I mean, just stand up. All right.
Keep going.
Keep going. All right. So let's keep with that single leg balance theme here. So I'm going to get my weight on my one leg. Again, you can have weights in your hand. You don't have to, but we're going to balance on that one leg. Okay. And reach for the sky. Reach for the sky. There we go.
Do we need to change sides?
Let's switch legs here. Still balancing on that one leg. We're just going to do one more here. So we have one more exercise to go for the 10 and 10. Take it away, Nikki.
Oh, okay. So if you're at a stand-up desk, again, a lot of times people will stand up like this and mistake the fact that you're standing up tall. That actually compresses your spine. So hanging onto your desk, you're going to tuck one foot, what we call curtsy lunges. Okay, so if you're holding onto your desk here.
You can do this on any desk.
Yes,
Really.
you can.
Whether it's a normal height or a standing desk.
Okay, so you can do that, or you can have your hands just hovering above and do it more for balance. You can take that and reach up.
I see you do this a lot with people.
Well, because it works.
I know.
La-la!
Awesome. Our heads are cut off if we keep standing. So, all right, guys. So, thanks for joining us for another 10 and 10. Always feel free to make a comment. Let us know what you think, and even give us suggestions for next week.
Yep, what she said. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.